What else we playing?
Vampire Survivors.
Yep.
I
I
know-
hadn't played that previously, and now I have. I've
A lot.
I've played a lot of. I think there's like 140 something achievements. I think I'm up around 110, 112 out of those
That's
140.
bananas.
That's
How many
your-
characters have you unlocked? Like all of them?
I think there's probably one that I don't know about or something, but I have I've got a lot of characters.
So is there a character that I should be trying to get? Like, is there one that once you unlock it, then the game is like too easy, or is each character well balanced?
Sure.
You don't know. You don't
every
know.
character I play for, I get to the end of the level with, so I don't know.
Humble brag.
Well, I mean, it's just you gotta.
It's too easy.
It's not too. You can adjust it. I still have only cursed myself up to like the first level. You can curse yourself up to 5 times to make the game harder, and I play on hyper mode where everything moves faster. You unlock like this game, like it's got so much like stuff to unlock, and like the simple strategy of like, here's the weapons I'm going to go with this time, and here's the modifiers I'm going to go with.
Is there a weapon that you recommend always taking if it shows up, no matter what?
What do you try? It just depends on what you're trying to do, because you got different goals in the levels. So, and then you have those random decks of cards. I forget what that thing's called, but you get the random cards, and there's some neat stuff in those that you can really game the game on purpose, right? Like,
I don't think I've gotten anywhere near where you've gotten. Like, this all sounds like another game.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't even know what game you're playing.
Right.
I haven't seen any. Are you sure you're not playing Marvel Snap? That is next to cards.
Yeah. So every level, all the main levels are 30 minutes long, right? Like if you get to the end of it, it's 30 minutes. And then death comes and kills you. And you can get beyond 30 minutes, but you gotta get some good power-ups to get beyond this 30 minutes. I can give you hints on those of what I've done to get to the like 32-minute range.
I don't think I've made it past 20 minutes.
23 is my best. And then I was like, I retire as champion. And then Chip's like, oh, my first game, I got 33 minutes. And then I
didn't get 33 on my second game. I think I got to a 30-minute one.
Yep. Then I sold my Xbox.
So it's definitely my type of game. It's a shmup with strategy and unlocking things. You want to get, so if you want to find the evolutions, have you evolved any of your weapons yet?
I have.
Okay. So there's specific ways to evolve the weapons that are combinations of like the modifiers and the weapons. And so you got to know what pattern to get there, so you know which things to choose.
It sounds like studying.
It's not. It'll show you on the screen too. Like once you've done it, it'll show you like
sign up for that.
It's not studying, it's more exploration, I would say. Because there's no wrong way to do it. There's just always a more interesting or better way to do it.
I'm gonna live vicariously through you.
I'm with GP.
It's really unlock the farting dog at least.
I'll try. I would like the farting dog.
You probably have 2 of those already.
Is fun. The polar bear is fun. The original characters that you have.
Polar bear. What?
Or not panda bear. Sorry, my bad. Not polar bear. Panda bear.
You can be a panda bear.
Yeah.
I can't. You can. I can't.
Start with the barbarian. He's like the 4th one in the first row.
Yeah, the one with okay.
With the knives. Right.
Okay.
He starts with knives, I think. Because then that's more traditional. Because there's always fire forward, right?
It's better than the nun. I've been starting with the nun lately.
Start with the knives, because I feel like that you get that in your head easier of like, I'm moving in the same direction that my weapon's firing. And
I usually do the garlic in the book.
You always do either the garlic. I just spilt my beer because I got excited. Always either do the garlic or the Bible.
I do both of those at the same time.
Ooh, both of those is kind of overkill.
Right.
Because both of those gives you the radius around you. So things can't get to you and hit you.
But I gotta get the far off people.
Why did you need both though?
Because I want
radius.
double. I want double protection.
I really don't want to get anyone to get close to me.
The same reason I wear 2 condoms.
Right.
I want that stuff in real life, so nobody gets close to me.
You guys have the freeze ray? I think that's one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I don't like the freeze ray.
No, the freeze rate's good because anything you have frozen, you can walk on top of it without getting hurt.
Isn't that a clock? I don't have the freeze ray. I have the clock.
No, it's kind of like I don't know. It's a blue triangular looking.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a blue diamond. Maybe
it reminds me, not the blue diamond. No, it's a different weapon.
No,
it reminds me of like the sniper rifles. It looks like the sniper rifles from Halo that the little guys with the shields use. Right. It looks like that. So if you freeze people with that, then you can just walk through them. Anybody that's blue, you've created a path that you can walk through.
I see. All right, I'll keep those tips in mind for next time.
All right. That's also a good one for getting rid of death. Because if you freeze death, then you can run away from death.
And you can get away.
Yep.
All right. Rafi writes in and asks, has anyone played Warzone 2 or tried Warzone Unhinged? Thoughts on proximity chat? Also, will there be a CAG meetup at the New York Cannabis Cup?
I did try it. I tried Warzone.
You did?
Yeah.
You tried
Unhinged? It wasn't for me. There you go. I tried it. It wasn't for me. I removed it. That's the end of my story.
That was fast. There will be a CAG meetup at the Cannabis Cup. Just look for me and say hi. I'm the tall white guy. That bald white guy.
Nice.
That's Saturday, by the way. I'm very excited about that. I've been playing a lot of Warzone's new mode, the DMZ mode, which is their ripoff Escape from Tarkov. It's pretty fun. It's one of these games where it's there's real teams of real world players and there's also computer controlled players, and you're trying to loot stuff and get money and then exfiltrate, and the whole game takes like 20 minutes. The problem is, and if you you pick up weapons, you got to bring them out to keep them. And if you die with your weapon there, you lose the weapon unless it's insured. It's one of those games that you can be very frustrated after playing for 20 minutes because you think you're doing great shit and then you die right before the end and you don't get any of that shit. But it's pretty fun. I've been playing it. I paid $3 to get the battle pass because I had coins. But that's the DMZ mode in Warzone.
Cool. Glad you like it.
Yeah, that's all right.
See, when you like a game, I say I'm glad that you enjoy that game.
What do I say?
You say, "Ugh, that sounds stupid."
I don't think I said that.
I don't think you said that.
It is stupid, that game, but I still like it.
I know. The best games are stupid.
Right.
We kidding?
I like that they just steal all their popular games now are just stolen from other game modes.
Fortnite does the same thing. It's all the same. It's
Vampire Survivors copies everything from Castlevania, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it's not.
No, it's copies. It's got the same jokes and everything in it.
That's an homage.
It's homage.
Yeah.
But it's not the copying that's the problem. It's how you do it. And if you do it properly, it's homage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into the CAG bag here. Joe writes in and he says, I think the Atari 50th anniversary collection is the way these compilations should be done. What other collections would you like for Digital Eclipse to work on using this format?
Namco. I think that there have been so many Namco compilations and they all
suck.
There have been so many, but each one is half-assed. If there was one really good, here's a complete, 1980 to 2000 or whatever, 20-year, 20-year compilation of Namco's best stuff, that would kind of be that would be pretty awesome. That would be something I would actually put down money for. Because the last two compilations have literally, even on sale for $5, I have no interest in picking up. That's how crappy those look.
I would be pretty much open to anything, by the way.
I think Midway would be the one I'd want.
There's so many. There's really as long as these guys do it with
Midway
the same.
is a good choice too. I have the Midway arcade treasures.
Yeah, I have this as well. They're great, but the interesting part about this is all the
other stuff.
Is all the nerdy stuff behind it, right? It's all the stories behind the scenes. It's that's all the great stuff. You're only going to play the games for a few minutes, right?
They can make that comprehensive package and really do it right. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think Digital Eclipse should have someone out there talking to all these companies to try to put because they worked on a lot of these other ones. I think they worked on Midway Arcade Treasures, at least.
Yeah, they worked on all, but it seems like with this one they've evolved to the formula that really works for the nerdy older crowd that is who these are for, right? Like,
yep. We just want quality.
Yeah. Well, you could see it in that, the Pac-Man collection that came out and how terrible it was. They somehow screwed up Pac-Man, which boggles my mind. And we all talked about it too, that we tried to play. We went like, oh, it's on Game Pass. I'm going to play me some Pac-Man. And it didn't even play like Pac-Man should play.
Yeah.
And that was a huge disappointment. To go from that to this Atari collection in the same year, to see the care that was put into something, because clearly this was made by people that cared about what they were making, as opposed to the Pac-Man collection that just felt like, oh, let's slap Pac-Man on the box.
No, they were trying something. They went the wrong route though. They went for like, oh, we need to engage our players with something new with Pac-Man in this arcade, and you're going to be like putting stuff into the arcade. And everything's like, no, we want the boring stuff. Give us the boring stuff. We don't need new stuff around this.
And
Give
make sure the games play
stuff.
The way they're supposed to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think they should be able to work with anybody after this one.
Yep. I'm trying to, it's not even who would you like to see them. It's like, is there anyone I wouldn't want to see them? A Capcom collection would be cool. A Konami collection
maybe
would be cool.
Those will be tougher just because of the cultural differences there.
Yeah. The Capcom collections aren't bad. The two that
they're fine for like the games themselves, but just like the stories and the behind the scenes stuff, it's going to be tougher to pull off. With
as
the
opposed
Japanese
to
developers.
Midway, because it's an American.
Midway Chicago, there's going to be crazy stories around there.
What about Acclaim?
Long Island represent.
Long Island represent. Like Acclaim.
What about Acclaim?
Like an Acclaim collection or an LJN collection. But a lot of those would be licensed. I feel like that would be the hard part. Would be getting those licensed games, those really crappy licensed games. But the stories behind it, making a Batman game in 4 days or whatever nonsense they probably had to do.
Yeah, the licensed stuff they wouldn't be able to put on there though.
Yeah, I know. Sunsoft.
As long as these Digital Eclipse guys do it, I'm sure they could pull off any collection, right? Like if it was in television, like really it doesn't matter as long as they have all the ancillary materials, like the interviews and the box, like cool high res scans of everything. The nerdy stuff, like Ship was saying. That's what it doesn't really matter what the topic is.
No, it's the interesting things behind it. It's why like Cheapy doesn't read books, but he reads the Jason Schreier, like the development, like horror stories behind stuff, right?
That's a book.
No, I mean I know it is, but that made you read that.
What about early Activision?
Right? It's interesting.
Like Pitfall
that stuff gives you more of an idea.
You have to get something that doesn't still have
value.
Not value. It doesn't have the corporate overseers.
Well, I feel like because that's kind of a different Activision. It's not really the same company.
But it still has those overseers.
I know. I'm just thinking
you could do it, but it's going to be trickier to not come off as just like, here's the company line on all this stuff.
Instead of hearing the stories about the company doing lines all day long.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
They could make anything good is what I'm saying. Let them choose.
I think even EA would work in that sort of.
Sure. There's stories to be told there.
Yeah, especially with like you get those Genesis games on there, some Mutant League Football and those early Madden games. That could be fun.
I think they'd have to license both of those, and that doesn't seem likely.
Is there a license for Mutant League Football?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is.
I don't know.
Really?
Maybe they own that. I don't know.
I think they own that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Road Rash. I think
Fireworks construction.
I might be thinking of Blood Bowl and Mutant Football League might have
those are two different things. They could do Mutant League and Mutant League Hockey.
Dr. J and Larry Bird go one-on-one.
Well, good news, Wombat. You can buy a first print, a graded edition of Mutant League Football for $3,100
That's bananas.
on eBay right now.
That is bananas.
You could also not buy it.
Yeah.
For
I used to play
$0.
that with I used to play that with my dad. We would play Mutant League Football together. Memories. No.
Memories